Empoleon is one of the most underrated cards, I feel like, from the new set. Because it didn't get an EX version like Infernape, a lot of people didn't really look at the card, but when combined with Palkia, it makes for a super deadly combo. Yo, what's going on today, guys? I'm back here for another deck profile. I've been working on this deck list for a little bit, and I feel like this is probably the best version in my opinion. So yeah, we have 2 Empoleon line, 2 Palkias, and 2 Manaphy's. Originally, I tried 1 Palkia and then like running something like a giant cape, but the 2 Palkias I feel like are super necessary, letting you have either a Palkia deck or an Empoleon deck depending on what you draw with Manaphy. I just feel like the 2 Palkias were definitely way better. We have the 2 Cyruses, as literally both Empoleon and Palkia do damage the stuff in the bench. We have the 2 Leafs because Empoleon and Palkia are both 2 retreat costs. 2 Misties because it is the best card in the game and we're playing a water deck. 2 Professor Research because it's also the best card in the game. And then we have 2 Pokeballs. We don't really need anything else in this deck. And yeah, if you guys like daily Pokemon TCG content, I do upload basically every single day, either discussion or deck profiles. Anyways, let's get into those games. Okay, so we start a Piplup. We do have a Leaf, so if we do get Manaphy, for example, we can Leaf out if we really want to go into that play. But also depends. Looks like it's going to be a mirror match. Okay, if we draw, okay, well, we don't get, yeah, I just have to use a Pokeball rare because we need to draw some of the evolutions, so hopefully we can. Okay, I don't mind the Palkia. I don't need to Leaf out this turn because they're probably just going to, you know, Leaf out of Magikarp. And next turn, what we can just do, we can just Leaf out and attack a Palkia, bro, like worst case scenario if we don't end up drawing in the Manaphy. Yeah, so they just Leaf out, obviously for Drudagon. Let's see what we can draw. Okay, well, we top deck a Misty. Let's go gambling. Yeah, like we use on Palkia. I mean, if we land 1 or like just 2, bro, that's just huge. Let's see. We don't land either, but that is the price of paying a broken card. But I also could do is I could just build it up on Piplup one more turn because I don't necessarily need to nah, I think building up on Palkia actually is more important. And I don't necessarily need to put Palkia in the active spot. And if I do end up drawing like Piplup, I think is the second evolution name. I don't know, like it's always like the second evolution names, I don't remember. But then we can start to build up on Empoleon if we really want to. Well, we evolve obviously to the second evolution, and we're gonna Leaf out and use Manaphy's attack next turn, and basically pray that they don't have a Leaf. If they have a Leaf, it might be GG's. But most Gyarados decks only do run 1 Leaf. So let's see how many cards they have left on their deck. They have 9, so it's about like a 50% chance basically if they have it or not. So hopefully we're on the good 50%. Okay, they don't have it, but that also does mean they do just swap out next turn. We might as well evolve. I mean, the good thing is it also comes down to if we actually lose if we lose an energy on Palkia, we might be cooked. But the really good thing about this is that like both our Pokemon actually do live 1 attack from Gyarados because they don't have Greninja set up. So like worst case scenario, we could try to like stall with like Empoleon or something. But then like I said, bro, like depending on like what loses the energy, we actually might just be cooked. Okay, they're not switching out Gyarados yet. I think what they're doing is going for a play because they probably have all the evolution for Froakie in their hand. Landing 1 Misty just on Empoleon would be massive because then we can start doing damage to Gyarados and then we can pull it in with Cyrus and then bring Palkia in next turn. Oh, dude, I think we actually might have just won this game because they didn't swap out last turn. This is actually so huge. Yeah, we swap out for Manaphy. The only problem with this play is 1, we take damage from Drudagon, so Gyarados can one-shot my Empoleon. And also, if we lose the energy on Palkia, we are actually cooked. But I think this is the best play we can do. I also could just, if we do this, I also could have brought, I could bring in the Froakie technically and also Cyrus and then knock it out. But I feel like getting the Gyarados, like being able to get one-shot by Palkia is just huge. Because like most Gyarados decks, this one could, like I said, most don't run potions or giant capes though. So I think this is actually a really good play. Because now they're either forced to bring Gyarados in and Palkia cleans it up, or if not, like I said, we swap out with the Leaf. Well, no, we don't swap out with the Leaf because we obviously wouldn't be able to Cyrus in. But then Palkia will also actually knock out the Drudagon too. So that's actually the really cool thing. So they got a Misty flip, which I actually thought was going to win them the game, but us getting one energy out of 2 Misties just won us the game, actually. Unless they, like I said, unless they have the potion. Okay, yeah, I mean, we literally should just win this, I'm pretty sure. We put Palkia in. We put the energy on Palkia. We use Cyrus, and then we knock out both Gyarados and Druddigon at the same time, giving us 3 points. I'm actually super happy, bro. We got that, and they just can see before we can even attack. That, dude, that's the power of one Cyrus and Misty. Okay, we're going second this time. We have both Piplup and Empoleon. We don't have the other thing, so what I'm... If we get mana free off the Pokeball, though, what we could do is retreat Piplup next turn. What type are we going against? We're going against Psychic. Psychic, I have no clue. This could actually be anything. You know what? I'm just going to put Palkia in. Palkia, I feel like, is the more safe play, just so I can threaten the 30 damage from Slash. Actually is Mewtwo, bro, which is a deck I'm currently like super interested in, because I actually feel like Mewtwo is super underexplored in this meta. I feel like everyone's like, okay, well, let's not play Mewtwo because of Darkrai. I actually feel like Mewtwo is like, obviously it's not at the brokenness that it used to be, but I actually think Mewtwo is a pretty solid pick. I don't think like Mewtwo is like anywhere close to garbage. I definitely think it still can compete, and it has had a little bit of success, bro, in tournaments. Like, there's definitely been some like top 32 Mewtwo's and stuff. Okay, we actually do get a mana piece. I kind of wish I actually started with a Piplup now, so I can swap it out, but it is what it is. Dude, drawing a leaf would actually be so massive right now. I won't even lie. So we can swap out, but I think just threatening the 30 damage from Slash is like really nice, as we could potentially Cyrus this Mewtwo in later, where if like they had to like leaf out and go to the other Mewtwo once they get Gardevoir fully online. But they actually probably will get Gardevoir depending on what list they are playing, because both Pokemon Communication and Mythical Slabro can like turbo Gardevoir, dude, which is actually such like a crazy concept, which is why I actually think the deck is still perfectly fine. Okay, we get Piplup. I almost just want to set up on... I almost just want to build an Empoleon in the back, because I feel like sniping one of these Ralts, dude, I could potentially knock out a Mewtwo and like a Ralts at the same time. So I really do think that's what I'm going to do. I also could attach an energy on Palkia and then swap out next turn, but then I could always get Cyrus back in later. But I also could draw a leaf at any moment, so I think I'm going to build up on Empoleon. I don't know. This is an Empoleon deck, right? Let's just build up on Empoleon. Let's just see what happens. Because to be honest, like, I guess if we build up on Palkia, we theoretically could knock them out faster. But like I said, if they get Gardevoir, they're actually going to knock us out faster, I'm pretty sure. So I just don't think putting all the energy on Palkia is worth it. So that's why I'm like really hoping to draw a leaf or something. Okay, this person is like turbo Gardevoir Mewtwo. Pokédex, Mythical Slab, and possibly Pokemon Communication. Bro, they are searching for those evolution pieces. Okay, so I feel like they definitely have Gardevoir in their hands. So yeah, I think this was the safe play, not putting the energy on Palkia, because next turn they will be able to knock me out potentially. Okay, Professor Research, not really what I wanted. I'm not gonna lie. I really did want to draw into a Okay, Cyrus is actually good though. Cyrus is actually really huge. I'm not going to evolve Empoleon. I'm basically going to act like I don't have it, possibly. And then I'm going to attack this one. And for some reason, they swap this one out, which I don't think they would do. I think they're just going to I think they're just going to knock out my Palkia next turn of Gardevoir, like, you know, the 150 blast. I knock out this Mewtwo. I do damage to the Ralts. I get 2 KOs from the Mewtwo. The Ralts just get Cyrus then. Or what they could do is also not evolve. This is also a really good play. This is actually... Ooh, this is... No, we're still fine. This is still fun because we have Empoleon. So having that mana feed down is huge. But like I said, no, we just knock this Mewtwo, we target this Ralts, and if they don't evolve, I mean, we just attack. But I mean, we have the Cyrus, so we're guaranteed to win next turn. And there's no way they get threatened this knockout on Palkia. And if theoretically if they Super or Cyrus me in, I just swap it out. And I can even like theoretically Misty flip if I want to just keep it in. But I mean, like I said, we don't need it. And even to be safe, I could just put Piplup in, dude. So they Sabrina, they just knock out Piplup. But we do this, like I said, we target the Ralts. I mean, we could target also the Gardevoir if we really wanted to. But Ralts is just like the safer play in case we didn't have the Cyrus. Yeah, I think Empoleon is probably my favorite. Yeah, I mean, they just do this. Okay, go ahead and knock out my knock out this. Well, they can't even knock it out, but like I just swap out next turn, I just win. So it's like, I also could swap into the Palkia and then just slash the Gyarados, but this I probably just and they just concede. Dude, Empoleon actually feels so good if you get it online. Like I actually do think it's my favorite starter, bro, for like the new set. But yeah, I mean, we just Misty on Palkia and then we might just insta win the game. Let's just see. Well, we insta win the game next turn. And I probably shouldn't have placed Piplup because now if they Sabrina me in, I will have to swap it out. But I mean, do whatever, bro. If they do that, I'll just use a Mana Feed and start setting up. So Misty, by the way, everybody, Misty. And they just conceded. There's nothing they could do. There's nothing they could do. Misty's broken, bro. I'll keep preaching that shit. I do not care. Okay, so only Piplup, but we have Misty and we have Prinplup. If we can get one Misty flip and actually end up drawing into Empoleon, we could get Empoleon set up pretty fast, which, you know, does 2-shot Celebi if they don't Erica or Potion up. And if not, dude, we get snipe something in the back like a Snivy and Execute, etc. Or that Shaman, because that Shaman is going to be annoying. But going second is huge in this situation because we are, you know, we get the energy advantage. I don't really want Celebi flipping 2 coin flips on me. I'm going to use the Pokeball right away because I am trying to get a Empoleon. So hopefully we can get that from this Professor Research. Okay, we actually do. And I'm going to take the gamble and I'm just going to do it. I also will put Palkia down in case something happens. I don't know, maybe they Sabrina me in. Okay, then whatever. The one way we do lose this though is if they do get a really lucky double coin flip on Celebi. I think our Professor Research, I'll save the Misty for next turn. Because if I draw a Mana Feed, I might actually just swap out. And start setting up Palkia and Empoleon. Let's see. If I do that play... I can't talk Empoleon next turn though. That's the only thing that sucks about it. You know what? I'm gonna take the gamble, dude. I'm gonna take the gamble. And we just surf it. I mean, we do 30 damage. They heal 10, possibly more, depending on, you know, what cards they decide to use. And we Empoleon, and then we just do damage to the Shaman. Reason we won't probably target the Snivy is because Shaman will always be at 60 HP. Meaning you can get easily KO'd whenever. With like a Cyrus, bro, like basically anything. Never mind, might actually damage that Servine, bro, if they have a superior. That is something I don't want to see. Best case scenario is they only get one. I'm fine with this, actually. I feel like that's actually almost better. Because now Empoleon doesn't take any damage. They have to land 3 coin flips to knock out Empoleon. Like, yeah, they get the guaranteed knockout, which maybe is more important because maybe they like Sabrina me next turn. To knock out Palkia. But Empoleon is only as a non-EX Pokemon, so if we can get a super good Misty flip on Palkia, we actually could go with the Palkia later on in the game. So I mean, I guess we will just use it now. Let's just see what happens. Even just getting one would honestly be huge. Let's see. 1. The smart play would be to swap out and attack Celebi. Yeah, I mean, we just do it. There's no reason to throw the game. As much as I want to attack of Empoleon, there's just no reason. I don't know what to say, dude. I don't know what to say. This is, by the way, I swear to God, that's back to back after the other one. I don't know. Balance card, by the way, guys. Balance card. I really wanted to attack off Empoleon, dude, and then like damage Celebi, but when we win one-shot Celebi, and if they had Superior plus another Sabrina, I actually could possibly lose the game because of it, so I didn't want to take that chance. That's why I just attacked with Then again, I guess I couldn't Erica also up, so Empoleon probably would have won us the game. And to be honest, I mean, I'm going to swap into Empoleon, so Empoleon technically does get the finishing blow. But that's just like crazy to me. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy who just like constantly will... I'm mainly, you know, doing the Misty thing for a meme. Like, I don't think... Like, I think I was still in a really good position to win this match because they actually didn't end up having Superior. But because we got that Misty flip, right, it just like guaranteed us a victory. So like I'm not like hating on Misty. I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. I do think it's like it's stupid, but like dude, whatever, bro. I mean, I guess we attack Servine, doesn't matter, we win the game. And yeah, I guess that's game 4 technically. Okay, so we finally saw a Manaphy for once, and we have actually like a beautiful hand. It is gonna be another grass deck though, so okay, so it's Celebi. Let's see what happens when we don't land a Misty Flip, because this is gonna be super curious. Although we are in a, like I said, a better position than last match, because when we have a Pokeball, and we already have Piplup, so if we get a Palkia, we can just build on 2 things at once. I mean, worst case scenario, we get a second Piplup, and we could just possibly go into 2 Empoleons, you know, if we get really lucky with the draws. So I want a Pokeball first. I want to get the Empoleon, hopefully. And we do get Palkia. Super lucky. I mean, it was a 50% chance, so it wasn't too low. But let's see what we can get from this. Empoleon, let's see. Okay, another personal research. Totally fine by me. So my biggest question right now is, 1, do they swap out for Executor EX next turn? Or do they just attack off Celebi? And then 2, do we actually draw Empoleon, which we actually don't. We have 8 cards left, so hopefully we can. I don't need to put it on Empoleon because I mean, we're gonna get the second energy. So if I do top pick Empoleon, I can just put the energy next turn. But I think the safe play is building up an Empoleon or on Palkia. And I know like it is an Empoleon slash Palkia deck, but like Palkia is like the better card overall. So like there are some like that's why I said like having the 2 Palkias is nice, because some games you only need to use Palkia. Because like, you know, at the end of the day, Empoleon is a stage 2, and stage 2 decks are inconsistent, even with Pokemon Communication. And that's why I just decided to not run Pokemon Communication, because you don't necessarily need Empoleon to win. Okay, they don't have Executor EX. What I could do, also, I have to do this because we have the Misty in our hand. We have the other Palkia. I might as well just see what happens. You know, probably would have made more sense putting it on the other one. Thank you, Misty. Thank you for giving me nothing. The question, I think, dude, to be honest, I'm just gonna attack our Prinplup, knock out this Execute, as they obviously don't have the thing. Like, I could have built up more energy, but we don't really need more energy, as Palkia one-shot Celebi either way. So we just need 1 knockout, and if we actually top deck in the Empoleon, dude, we could you know, just keep Empoleon in until it fades. And they also can knock out Prinplup like this, so that's why I just decided to go into it. I mean, worst case scenario, dude, we leaf out, and what, they Cyrus me back in eventually. So be it. Oh, dude, they only have a potion, which means Palkia actually just knocks us out. I'm actually... Okay, well, depending on what we top deck, I might actually just do that. If we top deck Empoleon, I'll keep Prinplup in. Let's see. Okay, we don't... well, I think the safe... Yeah, I mean, they don't really have any energy on Celebi, so I think the safe play is just going in with Palkia. And then worst case scenario, bro, like if Palkia gets like unlucky and they get like a 3 thing. Although I think we might just be able to attack back to back possibly, dude. And like Palkia. Well, no, we actually have to wait 1 more turn, but still, I don't think Celebi can knock us out actually. Can they? They could do 100. Yeah, no, Celebi could possibly knock us out next turn, but we could also do a lot of damage to it. Also, we could just... Okay, well, they just concede. So, yeah, I guess that's the final game. Basically showcasing why I decided to run 2 Palkias. 1, it gives you Palkia more often, and then 2, like I said, you don't need Empoleon sometimes in those games. Yeah, it's actually probably like one of my new favorite decks for in the game. Like, Palkia Vaporeon is cool because it's probably like the most consistent way to play the deck, but dude, like Empoleon is super fun to play around with, like when you actually do draw the stage 2 evolutions. Anyways, let me know if you guys like the video, and peace and have a lovely day.